Is that a bat or Shelly? I think we'll go with Shelly. Man, this feels so great. Like, I love decks like this when you have so many different plays. Shelly. I heard this passive is pretty okay. And now they will plus, and they will destroy their own Liliana. Oh man, this is hilarious. Like, look at this. We'll bounce Liliana, we'll bounce the bubble. Here you go, that's your discard. They thought it's ultimate. Well, that's a little bit different. For some reason, it's just peak magic, man. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are going with Dimir Bounce, but hear me out, alright, I know, but this one is different, because we will be using Invasion of Amonkhet, flipping those to steal the creatures from the graveyard, or at least body snatch them, and of course we will also use Invasion of Innistrad, removal that can also create zombies, and that can be your win con, so we will have some nice ways to play the deck completely different than the classic Bounce, but we are still using the early game because it's just so good to defend against everything, and this town ain't big enough not only works in the annoying package, but it also works with Invasion of Amonkhet, so you can draw card, discard the card, and just keep doing this over and over while also discounting your this town. On top of this, we also have Ertai Resurrected and the Gearhulk. Ertai is absolutely amazing tempo play that basically gets rid of your opponent's turn. You get a 3-2, and this 3-2 can also draw cards with Curiosity or start flipping the battle, so you get them like more and more value, and the deck is really fun, so I think you will like it. Just for the disclaimer, alright, I'm super tired. I've been recording basically whole day. After this video I'm going sleep, but I'm fighting, alright, you will get your video, and if you appreciate the sacrifice, like and subscribe, so I will be happy while sleeping, alright. Enough talking, this is not going well. I hope you will like it, and let's hit the ladder. Our opponent is going first, but we have the bubble into this town, so it should be pretty good. You know, it's hard to kill us with this. Alright, this definitely hits super hard. I like Liliana. I actually like every single one of those cards. Land, because we have the most land, so we should hit one. This was incredibly hard choice. Like, every single one of those cards is like game deciding, and I really don't want to, discard more if that's possible. Alright, so we know it's a mono black discard, so that means we don't need the Grim Bauble, so this one is actually easier. Let's go for this one. We are on the draw, so as you can see it feels really slow, but once we get going, I hope it will be fine. Yeah, I think we go with the whale. We just need to keep the cards that give us, sort of card advantage. This will hurt quite a lot though. We can go for invasion, so that will help a little bit with value, but we need to flip it at some point. Maybe Riff will be good enough, we'll see. Liliana is great, but she fuels the talent, so that's a bit of a problem. I want the Fountainport. Let's go. Let's go. This will really help us. Of course, it hits our opponent with this card, it redraws itself, so we are getting a little bit card advantage here. Man, if we steal Bat, that would be a 4-4 lifelinker with flying. That would be really nice. Alright, we have Reef. Theoretically, we have already 5 lands. Shelly. See? I'm really happy that we kept Liliana. We could also bounce something to get more value, which is super tempting. But I think we need to use this occasion to, actually get rid of this. Can we? We don't have double black, so I guess we won't on this turn. We can, of course, Momentum Breaker. I could also bounce 2 of my spells, which is really nice. Sorry, but I think we have this game. We just need to play it, nicely. I think we just go Momentum Breaker into Reef. Hopefully that's good enough, because then we can activate Reef on the next turn and flip Invasion, and I think this might be super important. We also fix our mana fully, so Liliana is open for the next turns. If we have to discard, we will discard Verge. Alright, they're going for it already. That's pretty good, to be honest. This is a really nice draw. I think I want to get the last card. But how can we do it? With Curiosity, man, Curiosity can be insanely good here. I could also Liliana. Okay. We will go with Curiosity. Because it's such a pain to answer. Our opponent doesn't get any value because we still have cards. This matchup is mostly about, you know, just getting this 1-2 extra cards. And when you get there, they cannot really do anything to you. Like, the Bandit talent is main engine for this deck. And they need to get you to 0 cards for it. So I'm pretty hopeful, especially if they tap right now, like fully. We go Curiosity, and we can either flip this and still short that, or just start hitting face. Both are extremely good. They still might have removal. Alright, I will still do it. Even if they have removal, they need to use it right now, and that opens Reef. Yeah, I think we'll attack with Reef. Ha. I think we will start with this, and then we will see what the last card is. So they can cast it right now to avoid this card, but then we have this town ain't big enough. Man, those invasions are doing work. And oh my god, okay, this is perfect. This will be so hard for them to beat. And we actually don't need cards from the face. We want a good creature, because right now they don't have way to answer them. Alright. Is that a bat or Shelly? I think we'll go with Shelly. Man, this feels so great. Like, I love decks like this when you have so many different plays. Shelly. I heard this passive is pretty okay. We need to be really careful about not bouncing this. Because, well, no, this is actually ours. It's just, you know, something that looks like Shelly, but it's not a Shelly. So this is actually ours. And we keep this to prevent whatever shenanigans they have. If they try to keep too many cards, we can always, you know, just double discard. Yeah, because we can draw up to 3 cards in total. And do we want to do it? I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. We live game. So this goes here, and this goes here. So we get more creatures, more lifelink, because we probably take the bat. And our opponent is absolutely outvalued. Man, once you start flipping those battles, there's nothing they can do. Show me. What's the card? I want it. Oh, this is a swamp. Oh man, I can feel for my opponent. Do we get rid of this? Not really. All we need to do is make sure that they cannot kill us on this turn, and of course they won't because they only have 1 play. And we can use Reefs, we can use Curiosity, that will be a ton. This is a really good play, not gonna lie. But it's not good enough. So we go for Curiosity, we go for this. And by the way, we will draw 8 new cards, just if you had any doubts who will win this. And of course we go for 16 damage, and this is how we finish the game. Like, you can see how decisive it was. Oh man, this is a really good target for... You know what? I will go with Ertai. I think we really have to, because they basically get 3 creatures with the single play. And Ertai can pressure them just a little bit, hopefully. We'll wait for Invasion, so we can flip it later. We are not in a great spot, but maybe we can do something. If they play some huge creatures, we have answers to them. I hope for Ketramos, to be honest. But I think this is a good moment to trick them, because that means we don't need to sacrifice Ertai, and our opponent is in a little bit of a pickle here. The card is basically wasted. So now they need to hit targeted removal probably. Oh bro, if you want to go like this, feel free. I have plenty of discard targets here. And Grim Bauble on Ertai. Like, we basically have the same thing here. Alright, we are still not being able to draw any kind of value card this whole game. So it's looking really bad, which is funny because we have tons of value. But unfortunately we just hit the wrong part of the deck. Sheltered! This is so weird. Like, this deck doesn't seem to be playing too many creatures, and Sheltered is so vulnerable. I think I actually need to play like this, man. Do I need to target a creature? Okay, opponent controls. I think I will have to surveil so we can hit Amonkhet. Imagine starting the game with -6 cards. This is what happened this game. So we need to really steal some value with surveil. Hopefully hit Amonkhet, maybe start bouncing it, and in 2-3 turns we can start reversing the game. On the bright side, what? I guess it's Ores of Bounce aggro, but I would never expect it. Alright, what they will take? Nightmare. They want to attack our hand. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, that's different. There were so little creatures, and the only one was the Overlord, so I didn't expect this is the deck. I think we will just go with what? Nowhere to run. I think we should be able to find you know, good target for the bubble, and then we get the Surveil on top of this. Here's the Pixie. Cool, cool. Definitely a ton of value. I'm super surprised. Is this guy like trying to not show the hand for the early game? They couldn't draw all of those cards right now. They're just waiting, doing nothing. That's so weird. Alright, so we can get the bubble. I think it has to be nowhere to run. I like Invasion, man. It's a really good value. But maybe, okay, maybe we just go like this. Then we end step nowhere to run, and then we Invasion moment they try to hit the last card. This should be okay. They might have another Kirin, but I will take this risk. If they have it, we'll just be behind, you know? But this way we can save some damage and hopefully get a little bit ahead. That's interesting. They still have go for the throats. Do I want to attack? Yeah, 1 damage matters. Let's go. I also don't want to pain myself on their turn, right? Because this is also from the pain lands. Yeah, we'll lose life. So I think this is kinda okay. This way they cannot hit our hand. We can start attacking. I could try to flip it. Okay. I think this is better because it has 5 siege counters, so that means Reef can flip it on the next turn. And then we get the 3 zombies, which will help a lot. And 1 damage shouldn't potentially fall too much. We can only go for 5 damage, so it will still take few turns. I'm really baffled about this opening. I guess they just didn't play the cards? I think they had maybe they were waiting for the maximum value, maybe that's why. Alright. I could go for the Gearhulk. This is super good card. I will try to go for it. Let's try to hit with 1 damage. They might go for Kirin. Let's go with this one and see what's going on the other side. The lifelink will be absolutely devastating, so they don't want to see this card. It seems like Kirin into Momentum Breaker? Nope. Oh, I guess they're... I'm not sure, like Momentum Breaker is Sorcerer, so we will discard it. Let's go for this player. What do you have? No blue, so no this town. Oh, they just go. Alright, that explains it. We can respectfully decline and keep the card. This way they get a useless card. They actually want to cycle it. Alright, that's fine. They still used a card, and now they are in full top deck mode with Surveil. So let's see, if those will be 2 bottom, that's a completely random card from the top. And then we'll start attacking with Reefs. Let's go. Let's go. I really hope it doesn't die instantly. I will attack first, just to make sure I get some value. I have a lingering feeling this is a removal, but I really hope it isn't. Alright. It's not the end of the world. They can diminish the stats, right? But that's it. And they did it. Oh, they will cut down. They actually drew the card. Alright. Alright, this is kinda okay, maybe. So I can kill Kirin and do it again on the next turn. Alright, this is fine. They invest 2 cards just to answer this one land, basically. And now we can know where to run, so they cannot bounce Kirin in future. I think it's still good for us. I think we are still ahead on this trade. and we can go for the Reef. We just need single turn when they don't get anything that kills Reef. It shouldn't be so... Oh man, this is also pretty good. This is really nice play. It gives them time though. There's no way. There's literally no way they got another one. So I'm taking the risk. They have priority. That's scary. Let's go. Let's go. We can start milling them a little bit. Scroll Shift. Oh, that's a very strong card. Alright, and now we have Invasion and some zombies. This will help absolute ton, especially that we have Invasion. So those tokens can instantly flip it while we are tapped with the Reef. Because attacking with Reef takes the whole turn. Oh, they will take the last card? No, they don't have Hopeless Nightmares. Okay. Alright. Of course, Shelter makes sense when we realize that it's an aggro deck. But I thought it's something different. They took the Invasion. Alright. They can still play it. I think I will try to go for Curiosity. Let's see, they won't block because then they lose the stuff. Will they really take this damage? There's no way they are. There's no way. There's no way. Alright, perfect. And now the Curiosity will survive. We'll start drawing cards. So that is actually pretty good. Man, we bluffed this. We bluffed this. Go for the damage, I dare you. And now we have Ever Information. I could use maybe the map token to bait the removal, I'm not sure, maybe that was better play. And now we are starting to draw cards, and we probably need to hit removal for Pixie, and that should be it. And let's try to pump this to 4 toughness. So Nowhere to Run doesn't kill it anymore. This is a really good card. I mean, that's the best card of the deck. Alright guys, I think we're really close to winning this game right now. They go to 11, we go to 7, and we can deal exactly 11 damage, but they can live gain. Don't get it twisted, it's not over yet. Yeah, we will just swing and see what the new cards are. This will be guaranteed to turn lethal. We just need to survive the next turn, so let's see the cards. Maybe we can remove it for, you know, some cheap cost. Our opponent knows the stuff. Whale. Whale is kinda good. We can get rid of the Pixie. Or I can bounce Shelter by Ghost, then I get Invasion, and then I can target Pixie. That's pretty good. Nope, I'm winning this one. I think this is a good play. And not sure what will bounce on our side. They have no cards, so we don't need to do anything. I will go for this though, just to maybe hit a land. I don't think it's super necessary, but it's okay. That will scare them for sure. I could play it now, and then there's nothing they can do about it. Alright, I think this is better. We go Shelter by Ghost. And the second card is probably Nowhere to Run, just to have removal. So now, Sheltered. Yep, this is good. So now Sheltered gets bounced. This enters the battlefield, kills Pixie. And we still have a Whale in case they do something crazy that I didn't think about. They have empty board, no cards really, and they're dead on the next turn. I think this was a decent play. Not sure if that was completely perfect, but it's perfect enough, you know? They can make fish Sheltered, but we still kill them. And that's how we do it. Alright, opponent is going first. We have the Whale, we have the Trick, and hopefully we have the land to play them. Rakdos, usually it's Reanimator or Discover, which is Mark. Let's go for the Reef first. What do you do exactly? This card, Wicked Roll, alright, the classic. So this still feels like Reanimator. But man, this art is so cool. Man, this looks so amazing. What do we do here? We play lands. Alright, nothing is attacking us, so we are not using the whale. Our opponent? Yep, now we will start getting attacked. A little bit unfortunate turn, because, yep, here we go with Reanimator stuff. So what do? We could go in... Yeah, I think we go Trick into Curiosity. Like, this is why this is in the deck as well, because it sets up Curiosity like an absolute champion. Do you have it? Okay. I can live with this. I really think we go with the Trick. Even if they reanimated Raxa, maybe we can actually outvalue it. Words I never thought I would say. And let's go for it. Why take the damage if we don't have to? On 1 mana they can only cut down, that's the best they can do, and we cannot prevent it anyway. Scrap that? That's another land. They can... Alright. I could try to hit Zombify. But I honestly think this is the best play. They probably cannot kill us. Let's draw some cards and let's see what the game has in stock for us. This is a start, and I like the land. Honestly, a very good draw. I would prefer the untapped land, but we'll take the tapped as well. They should probably zombify into Atraxa on this turn, so this will be very hard to win the value game. Lily is absolutely fine. Discarding a card? No way, man. I don't think we need nowhere to run here. It's a little bit too weak. Okay, Valgavot, extremely scary card. I think we will go with the Gearhulk. Oh, we cannot. We don't have enough. So we probably go Momentum Breaker then. Into what? Into this town? Can I? No. So the Gearhulk is out of our reach. We could go Curiosity, but then it's also not great. Well, I guess they can only block the cat. You know, this could be a ton of cards, and they are not going for the ultimate probably. Sorry, bro. This is super interesting choice. Curiosity draws a ton of cards. We could also Momentum Breaker. I think this is a little bit better choice. Like, you know, less greedy, but generally better. Yep. Let's see, they might have removal, but they cannot remove Curiosity. Even if they have like Edict, Anoint, Go for the Throat, nothing will work, because this creature literally cannot die. Alright, and now we can do stuff. Losing 1 life, that's fine. I kinda want to kill Liliana, I guess. Like 2 extra cards should be enough. Even if they protect it, it's fine. Like, I will just take it. This is actually the better choice. So I actually don't want to bounce it, because it's beneficial to us. It dies, which means that it's still in the board. That makes sense, right? They save Liliana, but not really anything else, and now we are doing a ton of cards. We could even bounce it if we really care. You know what would be funny? We could try to bounce Liliana in response to the discard. And then they have to discard it themselves. I like this play. I like this play a lot. They usually try to get to 0 cards before they plus. But let's see. Maybe they just zombie. Oh, this is a little bit on the rough side. Okay. How do you work? This deals 9 damage, right? Whenever a legendary creature dies. Alright, not enters. Alright, I mean we can deal with this, right? This is super scary, but not the end of the world. I think we can literally beat this. It's just an 11-11, you know? Sure. This hurts a little bit more. I can sacrifice 2 creatures. This is okay. So I think we go this into Valgavot. And then we target it. And I paid 3. I know I'm not getting this back, but I don't need it. Alright. I mean, this was a good play. I think this was a good play. Now we can go Sanctuary. Do I want to get rid of Liliana? She is annoying. But she's also not doing as much here. Still, it's probably a good play, right? They are fully tapped, so that makes it easier. Generally, I don't want to mill this deck. Let's see how many targets they have. They only have Atraxa, and they have chosen the Valgar. I will mill myself here. I think it's a little bit better. We already have everything we want from their graveyard. Bauble. This is kinda okay. It doesn't hit most of their creatures, and maybe we can hit Surveil at some point. Or wait, maybe we get you know, something to bounce with with the town to get the discount. So, all right, this is okay. As long as they don't reanimate the Atraxa, we should be okay. Land is nice, but I think we can live without it. They got rid of it. Do you think... Oh man, this is insane. Okay, with this, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So what they want to do here? I absolutely need Ertai. We will just play the whale at that step if they don't go for anything scary. If they go for Zombify, then we Ertai. What do I discard? I have no idea. Maybe the cat, because we already have one on the board. But having two is just bad. Man, I think we got this game. Ertai is such a good game closer. Okay. Okay, maybe I should actually leave the bubble for the discard. I didn't think about it. Gearhulk is nice. This is something that can interrupt their hand, so I'm going for Curiosity. They only have one card. Let's go, Whale. Let's go. This is perfect against Liliana. They need to have a removal right now in the hand. They can pay the extra cost, so it's, you know, it's something, but that means we can use the Reef maybe. Unfortunately, the last card is exactly what they need, but I guess it's, you know, it's acceptable. Now they're in full top deck mode. I cannot kill Liliana right now. Gearhulk, not amazing. I think we literally will just go with Ertai. We could also go for Soulstone Sanctuary, but then we cannot counter spell. So if they draw Reanimate, they will win the game. So this is a hard choice. We can take the gamble and we probably win, or we can try to not take the gamble and actually win at 100%, but it's not easy. So what do we do if they do nothing? We can just bounce Liliana, it's not a big problem. And they will go for the discard, right? Okay, this is a good play. And we will have exactly 4 mana for Ertai. We can use double colorless, we have double colorless here. I don't want to lose to a single top deck, you know? And now they will plus, and they will destroy their own Liliana. Oh man, this is hilarious. Like, look at this. We'll bounce Liliana, we'll bounce the bubble, and now they are losing Liliana to their own stuff. Here you go, that's your discard. They thought it's ultimate, well, that's a little bit different. For some reason, it's just peak magic, man. So what do we go for? I think we go Sanctuary. I want to make sure I still have counterspell until end of the game, and with this we can start doing cards. Man, perfect draw, absolutely amazing. They have the vents, but we can always kill it. In order to activate, they need to pay basically 4 mana. And here we go, more cards, more fun. At least for one of the players. Yep, I think we have... See, and here we didn't need to take the risk that they draw Reanimation spell and they win the game, because they still have Atrax and Valgavot. So one Zombify can completely change the game. And we never gave them the chance. Alright, we're going first, we have nowhere, and we can bounce it. So, you know what, I'll take it. And with Curiosity we should get to the point where we get the extra cards. And here we start. It's already here, the mouse. But we can actually do a lot with this hand. Like, this hand does surprisingly much. This is one of the reasons I like to get this bounce game plan for the early game. Okay. This might be burn together deck. They're not pumping. I still think we go for this, because with this town, we can just bounce Scamp on the next turn and get it back. So I think, bro, this is literally how easy they scoop, man. Like, you play single removal spell, and they're out. There was mono red, so no. Thanks, Shuffler. So we literally are forced to start on 6 cards. Well, that feels great. And now we are flooded. Alright, what a man, what a great start to the game. I think we take this 3 lands as, you know, what we need to get. We're also on the draw. I'm pretty like, bro, like, now I'm flooded. Oh my god, on the draw against perfect opening with mono red. I think I know how this game ends. Oh boy, oh boy. Sometimes Shuffler gives you a sign, alright, that you need to leave this game. Like, this is perfect curve on the play against Mulligan with Mana Screw into Mana Flute with no removal. Like, there's no point, man. I mean, that was a game. Let's call it a game and try to play another. Alright, our opponent is going first. We have pretty slow opening, but we have the breaker, so, you know, hopefully that will be good enough. We open with Reef, and when we get to this mid game, it should be juicy. Like, we just need to survive, and this card doesn't really hurt us. Do we want to start discarding already? Or we wait? I think we actually will try to hit this, because it seems to be some kind of Oars of Control so far. Yep, yep. We really want to resolve Liliana. If we can, that should be amazing. Yeah, let's go. Even if they have get lost, that's fine. Let's start hitting their hand. Yep, and that's, man, it's this easy. Well guys, this is the game I was playing while I was testing the deck, and I have to say this was one of the coolest games. So I realized what we are doing. We are getting Urani back from the graveyard with the, you know, the Amonkhet basically flipped, and we get rid of the whole board. I'm at 2. And my opponent is playing Invasions of Tarkir, so my whole game plan since like 5 turns was making sure that I have this lifeline of Ertai, and when they play Tarkir, I can actually tank it. I'm also preparing Momentum Breaker, so I can tank 1 damage, but I have no idea how many dragons they have. And by the way, you know how the game started? Llanowar Elf on the play into Sarkhan, on the play into Treasure, and the Magma Hellkite. So I was actually on 2 mana when my opponent was playing 5 drops. And here it is. They waited with this Invasion of Tarkir. And by the way, you didn't see the whole game because I didn't intend to record it, but I realized how epic this is, and I just wanted to show you because this is what got me so hyped for this deck. And now we are using the Momentum Breaker, so I'm sure that, you know, this alone cannot kill me, because in the worst case they have 2 dragons. This is 4 damage. And to my surprise, it turned out they actually don't have a single dragon, or at least they are not showing them. So this won't kill me, and I still have a counter spell for the next play. So I'm basically winning this game right now, just need to make sure that I will never die to burn. And they're winning. Those Sarkhan. Man, Sarkhan is such a good card. It just needs good support from good dragons and it will be absolutely golden. And now I'm using also the flipped, you know, invasion, the zombie one, and I'm starting to exile creatures from opponent graveyard at the end step, so I get those 3 zombies. And now I have 4/4 flyer, so I know that they probably cannot go for it, and I just need to make sure that I don't die to burn, because on board I'm already winning. And with, you know, the zombie battle, we can actually create infinite creatures at the end step. I believe I can make 3 creatures every single turn, which is basically a 6/6. So their only chance is drawing Invasion of Tarkir and burning last 3 damage. And this was pretty wild game. Like, I wish I recorded everything, but I decided to at least show you this part, because this was such a great game. Very often I'm testing in unranked, and those like are some like most epic games I have had with the deck. And having 4/4 Urani and still you get the full effect, right? Because the wording on the dragon is that it deals X damage, which is equal to your lance, right? So even if that's a 4/4, it still deals a ton of damage based on your lance. And protection from white and black is also helpful, especially together with flying, so it always can block everything. And it seems our opponent was not happy. We started with a hello, but I think he will explode with no words. But that was a really cool game. Alright guys, this outro will be short. If you don't know why, watch the intro. However, I will still talk about the deck so you guys know what's up, because I think this is interesting. And first things first, I kinda switched the deck all around because there are some cards that sometimes performed, sometimes didn't. I felt that Gearhulk can be clunky, we have some chorus mana, and I used 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries. I think they didn't work as well as I hoped them, because honestly it's like 3/3, right? It can flip battles, that was the idea, but most of the time Reef is just a little bit better, a little bit tankier, because it's a 4/4 and with Death Touch, so it's hard to block. So this kind of stuff, maybe this Sanctuary is not working, and I never really used Fountainport, so this is a question. Do you want to cast Gearhulk more consistently and then give up on those functional lands, or you just prefer to play it a little bit later, or just remove it? Because as you can see, the 4 mana slot is clunky. It was even clunkier, right? I had like 4 or 5 more cards, but I tried to cut it to have it at least resembling the normal curve, and I think we did a decent job with this. Whale is here because it's good removal early game, but it's still very nice finisher for both battles and your opponent face. Because of this wording, it's so hard to remove, so very often you cast it at the end step in the right turn when your opponent didn't save the mana, and you instantly flip Invasion of Amonkhet, steal some cool creature from the graveyard. You can even hit a Traxa in some cases, so that's why this is in the deck. And you probably don't want to craft Invasion of Innistrad. However, I'm such a sucker for this card. For me, this is magic. You remove a creature, then you fight like small battle, and when you win you get another win con, and you can start flooding your opponent with endless zombie swarm. This card is amazing. It's of course 4 mana removal, so extremely expensive and too slow for standard, but man, it's fun, and usually you can somehow make it work, but it's mythic rare, so it kind of, I feel obliged to talk about it. And Invasion of Amonkhet is really fun if you have time to use it, and the synergy with this town is very good. However, the combo is of course slow. A lot of aggro decks just can draw cards, by the way, so you are investing a ton of tempo into getting this card advantage, but I really like this combination. I was using Invasion of Amonkhet since forever, and this is the type of deck that reminds me why I like playing Magic. And by the way, Liliana is still a good bounce target, because you play her, you remove something, she's at 1 loyalty. If you are playing against non-haste deck, she will survive unless your opponent spends the full card on this, and then you can bounce her and do it all over again. So it's still good value with the bounce. Something easy to miss, but it's still here. And of course the trick is great setup for the curiosity, but I was playing 2, then I reduced to 1, and I'm not super sure about this card because we are not relying on curiosity, but those tokens are really nice at flipping the battles. Honestly, battles is something I absolutely adore. I wish battles were meta so we can all enjoy this kind of gameplay, and I think it's like 100 times better than mono red on the play or removal on the draw. So yeah, this is just fun deck, so I hope you enjoyed it. And with that being said, before we wrap up, huge thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much from the bottom of my dark Dimir heart. And with that being said, I can rest. I hope you had fun, and see you guys tomorrow.